I want to show you guys an example of an end of the summer survey that you can use. All right. Feel free to take pictures. Feel free to screenshot this. Obviously, we have the replay that we're going to post this week. So I'm going to share my screen. And what you're going to look at here, this is built through S1. So it's kind of cool that I can actually show you like a working one. This is the back end. So don't pay attention to any of the stuff here because this is going to be a different CRM or platform than some of you use. However, if you have any type of really good CRM that has survey ability, you should be able to go ahead and replicate this fairly easily. I remember back in the day when we first got our start, before we even had a reputable CRM, we used SurveyMonkey, which is a platform, super easy to use. You can also do Google Forms. So everything that I'm about to show you, you can replicate for free with Google. All right, so take a look at this. And we'll talk a little bit about the psychology of the survey because there's a lot to learn here. This is really cool. Number one, on a scale of 1 to 5, how satisfied were you with this year's summer camp experience? Now, the reason why we're doing 1 to 5 and not 1 to 10 is because we're programming people to give 5-star reviews. So that's one of the kind of the things that we've shifted over the years. And if you look, here's the answers that they can pick from. And again, I'm showing you the back end of this software. This is not what the parents would actually see. It would be a little bit more clean, but I just want to show you here. So 1 through 5, right? Now, as we go to the next question here, what were your child's favorite activities or parts of camp this summer? Check all that apply. This will vary from STC member to member, right? Some of you have, different activities on this. Some of you don't have dance. Some of you have cheerleading instead or tumbling classes or whatever it might be. Some of you don't do field trips. So you want to make this custom, but it's important to find out why they love this. Now, Lauren, what's one reason that comes to mind? You get the survey results, right? And you see all these parents and they've checked off these boxes. What's some of the thoughts that you have with that data? What are you going to use it for?
Well, okay, so if they are checking off things like they loved martial arts or they love dance or, whatever that is, right? So if it's a sport specific, well, this is an opportunity to segue them into dual enrollment. So that's one thing. If we're looking at like the indoor games, so if they picked indoor games, cool. I want more information on that. Can we incorporate that a little bit more, kind of change things up, because again, you have your set schedule that you're using for your summer camp and after school, right? But there are the schedule doesn't say or the schedule stays exactly the same, but on your indoor activities, is there an opportunity to switch out, maybe instead of doing martial arts 5 days a week, maybe on one of those days you put in an indoor game during that time. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of things that you can have on this survey that are going to help inspire and set you up for next year's summer camp to make sure that it's a success. And then also, if they're checking off things that are also going to be included during your after school program, this is an awesome topic to get them to then enroll for after school, of course, given that they're eligible to attend your after school program. But it's like, hey, I saw that, you love those indoor games. Great news. They can continue doing those indoor games during after school. So there's definitely different things that are in there.
Yeah. I would even go and use this data when you are re-enrolling them for next summer.
Yeah. Remember this.
Yep. I saw that you checked off all these things. We're even going to do more of that next summer. It's going to be so much fun. So you can use this for a sales objective as well. Mm-hmm. All right. Slide number 3 or question number 3. Was there anything your child didn't enjoy or looked forward to less? Honest feedback helps us improve. I like the way that this one is set up because I want to hear in the parent's own words. Mm-hmm. What did their child come home and say that they hated? Like, for example, when we talk, we pick up our kids from school and we ask them, how did today go? How was your day? They always talk about having fun with their friends. They always they love playing soccer at their school, things like that. They love art class. Mm-hmm. They love music class. Mm-hmm. Is there anything that you can think of that they don't like?
When there's like a kid in their class that has something to say and then Carson does her voice.
Yeah, Yeah, for the most part, though, I'd say that they like everything.
Yeah.
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 But if there was something that they didn't like, this would give us that opportunity to go, hey, the kids don't like this one thing.
Yeah, if there was something, what I will say though is because we do, like, we have these conversations regularly with our kids. If they came in and they got in the car and they were quiet, I'd be like, okay, something clearly happened today. But otherwise, they're like, oh, we did this today, we did that today, and they're excited about everything.
Yeah. This is really good though, because you have the ability to contact the parent, because again, remember, we do courtesy calls every quarter. So this is the perfect opportunity. Once you send out this survey towards the end of your summer camp, you can tie that into your courtesy call. All right. Question number 4 here. How would you describe the camp staff's communication and professionalism? So I'll let you take a look at the options that we get people to select from. And if you do have somebody that says needs improvement, put this in your notes. Be quick to reach out to those types of people, because again, are they a quiet quitter? Like, this might be their opportunity where they're raising their hand and they're going, hey, I need to talk with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like being a pest, but if given the opportunity to talk to the owner, I will happily talk to the owner. And then you could talk about, what's going on. All right, let's go to number 5. Did you feel your child was safe and well cared for during camp hours? The psychology behind this one is really important, because most, if not all of the time, they're going to select one of the first 2 responses. They're either going to say yes always, or they're going to say most of the time. If you have somebody that says occasionally or no, again, this is your opportunity to find out more. I want to know what's going on, because if a parent doesn't feel that their child is safe and well cared for in your camp, I guarantee you they're not the only one. So this allows you to improve by doing a little bit more digging. All right, let's go to slide number 6. This is a really cool one. Would you recommend this summer camp to friends or family? If they say definitely, what you can do, depending on your CRM, is you could have a workflow set up where it automatically notifies either your director or it notifies you that this person will be a good candidate for a video testimonial. All right, so I'm just putting that out there. And of course, if they say probably not, you need to find out why. All right, slide number 7. How likely are they to enroll your child? How likely are you to enroll your child again next summer? Already planning on it, most likely, not sure, or probably not. This right here, who should be notified on your team if they say already planning on it or most likely? Who should be notified? Jump into that chat section, because you can tie in if a parent selects one of these. You can have your program set up. You can do an automation where it automatically reaches out to a key person known as your admin. Absolutely. Yep. Good job, Sarah, Eric, and Michael. Thank you for participating. So you want your admin to be able to reach out. And should they wait to the end of the summer to reach out, or should they reach out as quickly as possible?
Quickly as possible.
Definitely. All right. Question number 8. What suggestions do you have for making next summer even better? This is the kindest way that we can go. Give us a 1% improvement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is that time where, usually on this question is where you are going to have people that suggest farming. This is their moment, right? Where they can throw in some curveballs at you. But again, they might give you something that's actually really cool. And you're like, you know what? We can implement that. That's simplistic enough. Or if you take the idea and morph it into something that is simplistic. So maybe they do have something like, we'll go back to farming again. Cool. Yeah. You know what? Let's incorporate a farm field trip.
Yeah. I want to say this. This is a tangent, and this is a pro tip. If you have a family who isn't the best fit, and I know that you guys have at least one of those families, if they fill out this survey and they're very negative and they say things like, I'm going to give you a 1 or 2 star review, I'm probably not going to sign up for other things. I'm probably not going to refer you. If they start filling out this survey and giving you those types of answers, that's a way to optimize your roster.
Mm-hmm.
You can start to look, do we have people on the waiting list that are a better fit? Now, I always say people over profits, but I will also say you have to maintain a culture that you love. So, for example, if you have a family with one kid that's not a good fit, and then on your waiting list, you have a family with 2 or 3 kids, this is an opportunity to look at that answer and go, all right, maybe it's time to let them go.
This is also an opportunity where let's just say that, you are just getting your feet wet with summer camp and you're going into after school and a parent fills out this survey and it's very negative and you haven't quite gotten to the point of having that waiting list yet and they fill this out and it's negative. Cool. They don't come back because what is predictable is that kid is actually impacting other kids. And then those kids end up not coming back because of that one kid.
Yep.
So now
you lose the good ones and you keep the bad ones.
Exactly. So that's what you don't want to have happen. And that's what we see. Honestly, like we see so many school owners that they will fall into that trap of like, oh, but I have to, this one kid, you're poisoning the other ones around you. And then they don't come back. And then guess what? Your camp becomes known as the camp that has the bad kids.
Yep, 100%. And that's just not the culture that we're here to create. Eric Myers, I love this. He says, funny how those same people always end up coming back the next year too, because they can't go to other camps anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We see it all the time. You are absolutely correct on that one. And that's so common, right? All right, let's go on to question number 9. Here we go. This is a great sales question. Do you plan to enroll in any of our year-round programs? So here are the options that we let people pick from. Yes, maybe, no, or tell me more about these. So now you've got 3 answers, yes, maybe, and tell me more about these, that if they select those, you need to make sure that your admin person reaches out immediately and gives them more information and gets them signed up.
But wait, isn't maybe and tell me more the same thing? Yeah, but it's worded differently.
It's worded psychology, my friends.
Yes.
It's worded differently because people have different brains.
Yep.
Right? Not everybody is a robot. Yes. No. Yes.
like
no.
Like an 8 ball.
Magic 8 ball.
Yeah.
All right. So we want to creatively give options to
ask me later.
Serve all of your survey participants. All right, last question. I hope you guys find this helpful. We want to make your jobs and lives easy, so just feel free to copy this, like I said. All right, so this one here, you're going to notice that it starts with the word optional. Please write 1 sentence about this summer camp that can be used to show other parents why they should enroll next year. And what's cool about this is you're going to have a lot of people that'll fill it out. And they'll say things like, oh, my kid loves the place. The coaches are awesome. Coach Anthony Gilbert, he's like a goat farmer. Like, he's awesome. Like, they'll give you things to say.
Mm-hmm.
I would copy and paste those into a Canva template and post graphics that feature these 1-line quotes. Obviously, you want to have some discernment, use good ones, don't use weird ones or bad ones, but it's really important to be able to do this. So those are the 10 questions. Now, of course, if you want to add more questions, you can, but keep in mind, the shorter that the surveys are, the more likely that the person will fill them out. And as a pro tip, one of the things that we always encourage you guys to say when you're asking people to fill out the surveys is let them know it literally will take 60 seconds, and that's it. If it does end up taking them 3 or 4 minutes, they're not going to care. They're going to finish it. It's 10 questions. It takes less than a minute, 60 seconds at most. Jump in, fill it out. We would appreciate all of your feedback. Let us know how we can get better. And you just kind of break the ice, and it's just so casual and easy and conversational.